Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the MOZA Air 3-axis gimbal camera stabilizer. The MOZA Air comes in a heavy-duty, hard plastic briefcase. Inside you'll find an instruction manual, mini tripod, the gimbal, 3 batteries, the screw-on hand grip, a battery charger, a ball head mount, quick release plate, lens support cradle and screw, a felt drawstring bag with control cables for Sony, Panasonic, and Canon cameras, along with a micro USB cable, a horizontal handlebar, and 2 side handles. The gimbal itself is pretty easy to set up. First, load the 3 batteries into the handle, then screw it on. Now attach the main gimbal hand grip to the mini tripod via the 1/4-inch thread hole on the bottom of the handle. There's actually an adapter pre-installed to make it a 1/4-inch thread, and if you remove that, the thread hole is 3/8 inch. The double handle is optional, but if you do choose to use it, first install the horizontal mounting bar, which simply grips the handle, and you lock it in with this thumb screw. Then attach a hand grip to each side. You can position the hand grips at whatever is most comfortable for you to operate, but the most common positions are straight up, straight down, and at a downward angle. On the end of each handle is a 1/4-inch mounting point, and on the opposite side are 4 more mounting points. Throw in the one on the gimbal hand grip, and that's a total of 11 different mounting points for additional accessories, like a remote monitor, light, or external microphone. Because the dual handles aren't integrated, you don't have any controls on them for the gimbal, and you'll have to use the joystick and mode button on the main hand grip to change gimbal modes and angle. Optionally, you can purchase the wireless Bluetooth thumb control and place it next to one of the side handles for easier operation. You'll notice the build quality of the gimbal is really nice. It's made of a lightweight aluminum alloy, and the gimbal itself weighs a little over 2.5 pounds in the single handle setup. With the dual handle setup, it weighs just under 4 pounds. All the handles have a soft touch silicone, which provides a nice grip for your hands. Let's go ahead and attach my camera to the mounting platform. You'll see there are 2 tracks here. The inner track is for use with larger DSLR cameras like Canon EOS cameras, while the outer one is for lighter weight mirrorless cameras like the Sony Alpha series. Either way, the maximum payload this gimbal can handle is 2.5 kilograms, which is about 5.5 pounds. You can also choose to use the quick release plate so you can easily remove the camera later. Just make sure the release latch is on the right hand side of the plate so it sits flat on the platform. First, we need to balance the camera using the toolless thumb screws located on the side of each motor. Each arm has gradations and markers on it to help you make fine adjustments and quickly rebalance the gimbal each time you attach your camera. If you have one of the compatible cameras, you can go ahead and hook up the appropriate control cable to the port on the bottom of the roll motor and up to your camera. After balancing the tilt, roll, and yaw axes, turn the gimbal on by pressing and holding the power button. There are 3 primary modes of operation. Mode 1 is pan-follow, where the tilt and roll axes are locked, but the camera will still follow the turn movements as you turn the gimbal. Mode 2 is pan-tilt-follow, which adds the ability to follow the tilt motions up and down. And Mode 3 is locked mode, where the camera stays pointed in one direction. All the motors have 360 degrees of freedom, and you can easily swing the handle up top to hold the gimbal in inverted mode. The gimbal is pretty quiet while it's operating, and in general, I didn't hear any motor noise in my video footage. With the control cable hooked up, I can start and stop video right from the handle of the gimbal, so I don't have to mess with any of the buttons on the camera, which is nice. The stabilizing performance of the Air is very good. It's smooth and fluid, but for me, the speed of the follow and joystick movement out of the box were just a bit too fast. There is a mobile app for the MOZA Air that connects to it via Bluetooth, and this lets you change some of the settings, though they aren't super precise with things like speed. But you can customize a little bit to suit your preferences. There's a joystick mode for remote control, and also a custom path mode which lets you set up a multi-point path for the gimbal to follow automatically for hands-free operation, or you can use it for moving time-lapses, which is pretty cool. Overall, the gimbal performed well for stabilizing my footage, whether running with a subject or operating in inverted mode. Its features aren't as customizable through the app as with other gimbals, but the dual handle grips are great because they reduce some of the fatigue from operating the gimbal one-handed, and it also expands your options for mounting accessories. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.